gonna start now. I request all the participants to be seated. Welcome to our session, Sustaining Success, the key to effective post-match support for mentoring pairs and groups. In this session, we will explore essential strategies and resources to support mentoring relationships beyond the initial match, ensuring they grow, evolve, and reach their fullest potential. Effective post-match support is critical to maintaining engagement, overcoming challenges, and helping mentoring pairs and groups achieve lasting success. This session is led by Abigail, Program Excellence Specialist at Mentor Together. She has over 10 years of experience in non-profit, HR, and training sectors. She focuses on operational efficiency, process standardization, and systems alignment to maximize the organizational impact. I welcome Abigail.
Thank you, Mamta.
Bring it in front. There's a button at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah. Could I have all of you to come in the front? I know we have very few people. Come to the front table itself. Probably can we have you all in one table itself? Is that fine? So you can have the discussion. Great. Okay, so I don't know if you all met each other, so I would like you all to know each other because this is going to be a workshop where I'm going to ask you to discuss things, and at the end I would want you to do an activity. So quickly, if you can take 2 minutes, share your name, where you're from, and then I would want you to share the answer or your perspective. Is external support necessary for a mentee and mentor during the post-match? Yeah, if you were a mentor or if you were a mentee or if you're leading a mentorship program, go ahead. What is your view on is external support necessary for a mentee and mentor? Yeah, quickly go ahead and share in your next 2 questions I would want you to discuss in your tables are did you have access to a community of other mentors to share insights or seek advice? How did this impact your experience? All right, that is the next question. And the other one that I would want you to discuss is, were there times during your mentorship when you faced specific challenge? And when you faced that specific challenge, what kind of support did the program offer to help you to navigate those challenges? Time up. Let's hear from each table what was your discussion towards all these 5 questions. Which table would like to go first? Shall we ask the table in the front?
Good afternoon, everyone. Understanding the program model for mentoring, as well as understanding the problems of mentor and mentee, where both of them were there in this table, so we could easily gauge through what are the problems a mentor experience, what are the problems mentee experience. In the lines of what mentor experience, there are scenarios where they need support and there is no self-support groups in the cities. It's more towards online model right now. So if we can build a tier 2 or tier 3 model of self-support groups in city where they meet once in 4 weeks or 6 weeks, it's creating a safe space for both children as well as the youth who is there as a mentor to ensure the conversation comes out. So that's one of the things. And also there are scenarios where not every organization are able to provide psychologists or a clinical psychologist for respective youths for the center or in the levels of mentoring. We need clinical psychologists as an intern who can work with this program if they are in masters in 4th year or 3rd year or 4th year, which will help align for both organization level as also somebody who's working in clinical setup, because they are more aligned towards what they can bring out of mentee. So that's one thing. And also certain decision making opportunities which mentor get. It can be simple as now one of my mentees are their rent of their PG has been hiked. So I cannot make the decision of, will I be able to pay 500 extra, so that organization will come with me. So the budget alignment with terms of mentor who fully support, as an organization which fully support youth in terms of their financial support as well as, social and emotional support. Certain budget related alignment, I think, need to be much more specific towards what mentor can do and what mentor can't. So these are few things which we had this conversation at the table. Yeah.
Okay, this is to answer for the additional support that can be brought into the mentorship program. Great. Okay, any other table? Out of all these 5 questions, what is the summary? Could you share it to the larger team?
So the challenge that we were talking about was the initial stage where the lack of trust is there, because I'm from Make a Difference and we cater to CCIs and low-income schools where there is a lot of intervention from different non-profits or direct corporate volunteering as well, and that creates lack of trust with the child, that if there is some mentor, is this mentor going to stay? And that's the challenge that almost all mentors face in the initial stage. So one support that we used to get is weekly peer-to-peer learning that used to happen just before the class. But I think the challenge still with that is it's not self-sustaining. Initially, there will be a facilitator who will facilitate that peer-to-peer learning and it will keep on going. But to keep it going for the entire year, that's the biggest challenge, and I think we have not resolved for that right now.
Right. Table 3.
You can talk about the challenge that you were discussing.
Actually, we were discussing about actually their model, then our model, what we do, and what are some of the challenges that we are facing. So there were a lot of learning also, few things that they are doing, which I thought if we can also kind of look at. So major challenges as shared by them was also in our process there's no problem of trust building as such, but there's a problem with continuity. So that again depends on the skill set of the mentor, because some of the mentors were really good and some of the mentors were not able to do it that well. So somewhere or the other, that support system that we are talking about for the mentors, that needs to be came across as the biggest challenge. Right?
Great. Thank you all for sharing. So I would like to share about what is the processes that we have built at Mentor Together for this post-match support. Before I talk about that, let me give you the context of our mentoring program. Our mentoring program is a digital mentoring program for the college year students, basically students who are 18 above. So this is to help them with the career readiness and skill development. So on this digital mentoring app, we have structured and unstructured sessions designed for the mentoring. And also this app has other features like calendar feature, chat channel, video calls, which they can use it during their mentorship program. So this is the context of our mentoring program. So this is how we have designed this support for the post-match program of the mentorship. So we have designed it under 4 criteria. First one is support provided during the initial ice-breaking stage. This is something we facilitate this through orientations, fun games, activities. Second type of support that we provide is towards setting cadence for relationship building and setting mentorship goals. And different processes that we have is we encourage to set up their initial 3 to 4 meeting dates during their orientation call. We also encourage them to put up their meeting slots on the Mentor 2 app calendar itself. Automated messages kind of goes out 2 to 3 times in the month in case they have forgotten to schedule their date and time. So those kind of support we provide. Also, we have a dedicated team member who does constant check-in calls, follow-up based on the pair priority. Where if the pair is not taking up sessions, they are not connecting with each other, we follow up with them to connect with each other and also to complete the activities, what they have decided. The third type of support that we provide is to use of mentorship curriculum and other resources. So how we do it is we give an orientation on the app, how the sessions can be used, how the app features can be used. So mentees, they know how to use this technology. And also we review the sessions. So after they have completed the sessions, we review the answers, how they are doing well, whether mentor needs the support in providing the right information, because mentee also gets to understand, or they are also seeing what mentors are putting the answers on the sessions. There will be a lot of regular check-ins on how they are doing. We also provide in-person industry visits and workshops are designed so mentors are empowered. So the fourth type of support that we provide is enhancing the quality of the mentorship relationship. So we have dedicated team members to analyze the mentorship relationship and to customize the support. So this dedicated team member regularly assesses the how they're doing the sessions or how the relationship is built. Based on that, they customize their support. Also, we provide this support at the different stages of the mentorship. Yeah, we also use different surveys to check the quality of the mentorship. So different surveys are mentorship quality survey. That's a one which really helps us to understand how mentee is behaving, how they are developing, how mentor is behaving, how they are providing the help to this mentee. We also have endline survey. Is app catering to the or whatever the mentee has learned, what is the difference, how much they have learned. Net promoter score survey, this really helps us to understand, is app providing the right information, the technology, is it user friendly for mentor and mentees. On monthly basis, also based on the priority. So we prioritize each mentorship pair based on number of activities they are doing, number of sessions, how regularly they are doing. We prioritize them, and based on that, customized support are provided to them. A dedicated team member constantly monitors the relationship, and if any concerns are there, they take the necessary action, whether to discontinue or end that relationship or encourage them to continue. Also, regular trainings are provided for the mentors. On the app also it is provided where mentors can take up and empower themselves. So probably like a mentor's role, what is the role of the mentor in that relationship? Understanding the mentee, because young generation, how they behave, what is their characteristics, this is something mentors should be aware, how they need to respond to it. So those trainings are provided to them. Tips and skills on mentoring, those are also provided to the mentor. So these are accessible to the mentor through the technology when they want. If not, if they need a dedicated team member to help them out, that is also provided for them. Right. So, with all these information, let's dive into an activity where you can use all the experiences, all the information that you have shared in your group, come up with a mentoring context, choose a context of the mentoring, and you go ahead and plan out what are the different processes. We are going to give a framework. So, these. If you go to the next slide, Mamta. So you can use this framework. Under this framework, you can list down what are the different processes that needs to be there in each category or each stage for the post-match part of the mentorship. We're going to give chart papers for you. Also, the previous slide, those information also will be given to you. You can use all of this, discuss in your table, and design your own post-match support. But prior to that, decide on the context of the mentorship. Is it a school children program or young adults or adults? Choose a context of the mentorship and then go ahead and design.
Okay, hi. So our beneficiary or the focus group is 18 plus students who are in or aspiring to be in vocational, bachelor, non-professional, non-prominent courses from tier 3, 4 cities like that, right? Like colleges, sorry. And the goal is for them to achieve a sustainable livelihood. That's how our support system will be. And so first, the initial ice breaking, I think we need to give them some kind of logistic support, like when are you setting, how do we set a call and things like that. What are some expectations that you can have from each other? So moderate that kind of a conversation around expectation setting. And what are some other resources and materials, both for ice breaking activities, relationship building activities, also goal sheets or anything that is related to career and around that. Toolkit for the mentor. To customize support, right? Like how do I maybe teach them how to use ChatGPT to say how do I customize support for my mentee, right? Talk about that to the mentor, and yeah, things like that. And the second point about how do we support given towards setting a cadence. Then we do automated reminders. And that goes to their mail or WhatsApp and things like that. Setting up WhatsApp groups with maybe a cohort. Priority setting tools that are provided to both the pair. And prompting that have you set up calendar invites and how do you set, like maybe the mentor can teach the mentee, but then prompting. The third would be towards the use of mentorship curriculum and then other resources. Then first thing that comes at the top is the peer-to-peer mentor learning, and sending out tutorial videos or having a hotline or open sessions for mentor to come back and connect with expert mentors who have been in the area for a while. And also, if there are groups, subgroups within the cohort, then do a cross-competency learning grouping and make it available for everybody to connect with each other. And then conduct group events or this for mentees specifically in colleges where they can share resources, and learnings. And the fourth and the last point would be about how do we enhance the quality. So of course mentor training, sensitization, that has been like a topic here in our table, that how do we make sure the mentor has skills like listening skills, and how to listen non-judgmentally and things like that, right? So that is very important. And some way to give the mentor the tools to track their own growth and development, and if it is gamified, or if they have a place where they can track that this is where I have grown, these are some skills that I have developed, so that, and create regular reflection spaces where they can reflect on the journey and how do they improve and stuff like that, and also assign a mentor for a mentor or a life coach for a mentor, so that the mentor knows what are they getting out of this and can always improve on things and pick on things from their mentor. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Great. Which table would like to go? The table in the front or the last one? Go ahead. The last table can go ahead.
So basically, our context was 360 growth of young adults transitioning from care to career. So these are all 16 plus age group young adults. So first is like, the ice breaking stage. Like, because here our program officers themselves are the mentors, so they know these young adults from quite a long time. So here initial ice breaking we will use some games and activities, also like, to help them set up some boundaries, expectations, also to like kind of, clear cut differentiate the role that they have as a mentor and as a program officer. Then second, like I'm just telling you in short, support for the second stage, we've list down certain things like, for the mentor and the mentee to share their life experiences, which can help them even build their relationship at that stage. Also like, making the mentors aware of the difference between mentoring and teaching, so that they are very clear at their, how they are conducting themselves. And then mentor and mentees continuous feedback that we need to like take, like what are the things that they are going through, what are they understanding, what they need more support with. Then continuity, that's very important, because many times the mentors are not able to continue with the mentoring sessions in a proper way. So basically making them maybe set some dates, then doing some random checks at that time, making sure that the sessions are happening in a continuity. So that is one thing. For that, setting up a process. And then program monitoring support, like, creating WhatsApp groups and like, other things. The other two we were not able to really discuss much, but this is what.
Great. Thank you for sharing. The first table, could anybody explain what are the processes that you guys have designed? You want to go ahead? Yeah, great.
Or on the ice-breaking space, where giving a context that our youths are from a childcare institute going transition into a independent living after 18 years. So college-going students basically after their 11th and 12th. So right now they're pursuing their bachelor's, just about to transition to pursue their bachelor's. In ice-breaking stage, we planned on how open-ended questions are initially required for both the mentors and mentees. So creating a small self-support groups there and able to play games and also understand the sense where if the mentor and the mentee are aligned towards what the career they want to aspire. Like if I'm a mentee and I want to choose like electrical engineering or something, if a mentor is also somebody a background of that particular subject, and also subject and also the language. I think regional language does make impact for the mentee to play this role. I think so. These are two things which we considered in our table, and also how aligned towards the vision they want to carry towards, and games, and also in the second part in the curriculum and resources, planning on few project level facilitating sessions for them. All the mentees are able to facilitate few sessions on any particular topic, and also have a psychological test where you're able to understand if they're honest, and understand in the sense where if mentees are able to get them through, and also work on feed forward reflection on how they can move forward. And this is the core part which our table like basically went through. And other than that, one second. So yeah, so able to build that self-support groups through team building. So initially having both the mentors and mentees in particular space and understand and go through it. Yeah. So yeah.
Great, thank you. Thank you for sharing. So I really encourage through this workshop, hope a lot of ideas have come to all of you. We want you to take this back, use it in your practices, strengthen that support that you are providing or planning to create mentorship or and make your mentorship programs really strong. Yeah.